Space, the final frontier. This is the 2.5-year journey of the build of the Starship Enterprise. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is stage 41 of building the Enterprise D. Now, just to make things more interesting for you, and a little bit easier for me, I'm doing this out of order today. I've already put the windows on, because you've not seen me put windows on before. It's not difficult, they just drop into place. If you want to see how that's done, go back and see any of the previous videos that have contained windows, because they're basically all exactly the same. It's not rocket science, it really is quite easy. But what we're going to be doing now is putting this back plate over there with the bulbs in place. It says to have them that way round. I don't know why, but it does. So these bulbs, as ever, sort of slit into place in there. There's little pegs out the back there that you can just about see that hold it in place and stop it from just sliding back out when the bulb is in the right sort of place. So that goes in there like that. That goes in there like that. The wire's coming out the back. There's 3 screws are going to be holding this in place. Like that there. Just like that there. And like that. There we go. So the 3 screws will be the lower ones, basically. These ones are used for holding it in place. I've got them there. Let me grab a screwdriver. We'll put that in place in there. I do like these panels that are self-contained, so you don't have to worry about, you know, when you put them in, you can put them in, I would say whichever way up you like. You can't put them in whichever way up you like. They have to go the correct way up, but you can move them around without worrying about windows falling out and things like that, like some of the more internal panels. So that's that. I'm just going to turn it over and make sure all the windows are in the right places. Well, not the right places, because I've moved a few of them around, as I have tended to do throughout the build on many of these panels, just to mix it up a little bit. Make it my own, rather than being exactly the same as everybody else's. So that's that there, ready to go in place. The instructions say to put it in place now, but I'm not going to. Purely because that means getting the whole saucer section out here, and then everything else. I've already got the neck section here, which is what we're going to be doing next. So let's get that done out the way, and then we can move that out of the way. Then I can bring in the saucer section and carry on from there. There's 2 things we're going to be doing with this at the moment. We're putting the cover over there with the other 2 bulbs in play. There it is. I couldn't find the other bulb for a minute. So this one's going to go at the top. That's going in that way round. No, it isn't. It's that way round on there. So we've got this one from the bottom is going to go in the bottom, as you can imagine. Exactly the same as it did on the other section. Ooh, trying not to get all the cables tied up to each other. So that will go in there. The top one will go in the top. If you can loosen it just a touch, just enough to get it in without everything else coming out and the bottom one coming back out. I feel like that. There we go. That felt like that was in the right place. So that's that. That one's still there. So we're going to use 3 screws there to hold that in place. I'll get a different screwdriver. I had the 3rd screw was there. I saw it a minute ago. I dropped it onto my lap. I have it. I can see it. If I can see it, I can grab it. So while I'm holding this with one hand, I'll put that in there. Just a couple of turns to get that in the right place. Make sure it's locked in place so it's not going to let the bulbs escape. That one in there. And the 3rd and final screw in there. So that was section D, or step D, should we say. Get these tightened down. go. Right, so before this can go in place and be held in place with the 3 screws that I've already prepared there, we've got this little part, the torpedo launcher, because there's a bulb just at the back there, which you can sort of see lit up there. This is going to go in there. It'll only go one way round. We'll sit into that little groove there, sticking out the front a little bit. Get it turned just the right way. That'll be it. So that sits in there like that. There's a groove on the other side that will also enclose that, but you've got to get little notches and bits underneath before that closes around. So get that in there. So far so good. Obviously get the wires underneath. Did I tighten that back up? I'm going to loosen off this top panel again. I obviously did tighten it down, because that needs a little bit of give, so you can lift up the top panel a bit, maybe a little bit more than that, I'm not sure yet. The wires tucked under there, get that lined up on there, over the front under there, under there, over there, and that should be just about lining up. No, that's not, that's got to go under the front piece as well, like just like that, isn't bit like that. Wires trying to escape everywhere. Right, so that's that. I'm going to loosen this even more. I would say remove it completely, but I don't think I want to do that, because I don't, the other side can't escape because it's got, that's been screwed in place along the side. Yeah, that's got more movement to that now, so it's just a case of manipulating, flexing and poking while making sure the wires also go inside. That goes in there, that one goes in there, that's got to go underneath at the back. You can lift up a little bit more. Right, apologies for the quick cut and edit to this. I pressed a button and managed to mute my audio and have random windows appearing throughout the stream, so yeah. I managed to manipulate and tease all of this together. It's not 100%, I'm not sure. It looks like this is a bigger gap than it should be, and indeed that big seam down the front there, if you squeeze that together, it goes away, or goes away mostly. So it feels like that should be being pushed together, but can't be. I've tried loosening and tightening and adjusting the outside fittings, and it's not quite where I think it should be. Yeah, everything is comfortably tight, but actually that screw is overturning now, so I'm going to have to see about fixing in that one. That might be why that side is not going together quite as well as the other side is. So yeah, it does still need some attention, but the lights come on. The torpedo obviously comes on very brightly. We've got the flashing navigation lights, the back and top and engine, and yeah, it's all glowing as it should, and it's quite substantial. It's quite weighty. I'm not sure how the docking clamps are going to work. Nobody is yet, I don't think. But all in all, it's coming together. It's almost done. There's one more bit to do with putting these little panels over to cover over the screw holes. So before I do that, next time I'll have a look through and see if I can't adjust and tighten up and replace a couple of screws. Maybe I'll have to sort of put a bit of glue in before the screw to give it something to bite into. But that is that. So that's the next section basically built and done. There's a little bit of tidying and modifications to do on that in the near future. But now we get to come back and attach this in place. This is going onto the main section, just between the two there, like that, but obviously on the other side of the framework. So that wire is going to come through that hole. There's 2 screws going to be holding this in place. I thought I had sorted out. I did. I put them over there with the windows where I can't see them. So let's get that in there. That one should be over there, quite easy to do. Yep, and the other one, the other side, is less easy to do because of all the screws and wires and things, but by making sure they come through the middle, hopefully that will line up and work properly through here. Yep, I can feel that tightening there. And there. So yes, that's that. That's another panel put in place. I believe next time we're putting in that missing panel there. So we'll then start building it up. I'm not sure how this wire is going to work quite yet with the screws and screw holes and things, but that's a problem for another time. So yeah, that's that for now. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, and I shall see you very shortly for issue 42 and the end of this month's pack. Next time I will be looking through the magazine, the episode guides, because I think the next one is a short one. It's just that and a couple of bits on the neck. So it should be nice and quick. So hopefully you'll come and join me for that. I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.